Hey guys, it's Arx here and welcome back to my channel. We are finally back with yet another keyboard review, and this one I'm very much excited to check it out for all of you, as we have here a new budget 75% by mykeyclub, and this is the MKC75, and this aluminum board will start at only $99. So let's take a look and listen. A very quick disclaimer that the board was sent by mykeyclub for review, but I wasn't paid to make the video, so of course I'll give you guys my honest and unbiased opinion about the board. The group buy and pre-order will be live on August 5th and will end on August 31st. I'll place my affiliate links on the description down below if you want to purchase the board and if you want to help out the channel. So let's have a quick background first about the MKC75. This is again a new budget entry-level custom keyboard from mykeyclub, which are the ones who made the JRIS65 and the 75. The MKC75 is a full CNC aluminum case that offers a lot of features. It has a 3-in-1 structure system, which we'll talk about in a bit, and this board can also support a plateless and half-plate build. It also has a flex and non-flex cut plates and PCB, and it also has a tri-mode PCB option with a 2200 mAh battery for the wireless, which is kind of huge for its capacity. Now, this 3-in-1 structure system is what I'm excited to show you guys, and mainly the main feature of the board. As first, it can have a top mount option, which is very straightforward. You screw the plate at the top of the case. Second would be a plate gasket mount option, which is the very typical way to put on your gaskets on the board, which you place the gaskets on the plate. Now, the third and last would be a PCB gasket mount option, in which you put this dumbbell-like gaskets onto the PCB. Now, this is really interesting as you can really customize and adjust the mounting style depending on your preference. Now, I did a full dedicated sound test of each mounting, so you can check out that on the description down below. So with the typical mykeyclub fashion, as it has more than 17 case colors available, 10 weight color options, 6 PCBs, and 7 plates available, including the flex cut and non-flex cut with a half plate and plateless build. Now, for the pricing, the very base set that you would get would start at $99. So this is a wired plateless solder PCB without an alu plate or aluminum weight. I'll place the full pricing here, and you can just pause the video to check out the pricing. Keep in mind this would vary depending on your configuration and add-ons. So we get a nice looking box here with the mykeyclub logo. Opening it up, we are greeted with the accessories or part that is needed on the build. Now, we don't have that JRIS lab bag that was included on the JRIS65 and 75, but let's see on the final updates for the production sale. So first, we are greeted with a tri-mode PCB, so we have a dongle to connect it with, and we have the option for a knob or a budge light with their small logo here. Now we have here the tri-mode PCB with no flex cuts. Of course, our beloved foams, a polycarbonate plate and aluminum plate with no flex cuts as well. Underneath that, we have the case itself. We went with the pink case color option, which is really vibrant and it has that nice shade of pink. Now, the case has that screwless, seamless design. As you can see, inside we have the internal weights, again with their logo on it. Personally, I don't mind the logo or the font that they used. Looking at the back, we have here an aluminum silver for the weight, and again with that mykeyclub logo, and I think the font here is better than what we have on the internal weight inside. Now I went with the aluminum instead of the PVD, so they offer a PVD as well for the back plate, as I wanted to see the finish that they have on a aluminum weight. Now let's take a closer look at the design of the case. Now a lot of people were asking on my sound test on the MKC75 if how close it is to the JRIS75. Well, let me tell you that it's far from that, and here's a side by side with the JRIS75. And as you will see, the bezels on the top and bottom and the side bezels are more thinner on the MKC75. And the JRIS75 also has some chamfers to it, and the MKC75 has none. Also, the F-row is more closer to the alphas compared to the JRIS75. Now that we have tackled all that we need to know about the MKC75, let's get into the good part. We'll be skipping the building part as it's very straightforward. Let's now get into the sound test. We'll be using all three structures: the top mount, plate gasket mounts, and the gasket mount. We'll also use one case foam and plate foam, and for the plate, we'll only be using the polycarbonate plates. For the switches, we'll be using the Akko Cream Yellow Linear Pros or Cream Yellow Pro, and if you want to hear a sound test using a tactile switches, I'll put that link on the description down below. And the keycaps that we used was a GMK set. So with all that out of the way, please do enjoy the sound test on the MKC75. So that was the sound test on the MKC75 using all three structures. Please do let me know on what you think about them and comment your thoughts on the comment down below, as I would love to have a quick discussion with you guys. Now let's go ahead and talk about my thoughts and opinion about the board. Let's now talk about my thoughts on the feel, the 3-in-1 structure, or the mounting points, the top mount, plate gaskets, and PCB gasket mounts. I really like the feel on the top mount, as the typing feel is really uniformed. It isn't that stiff as I thought it would be as well, and maybe because I was using a polycarbonate plates. Now the plate gaskets and PCB gasket mount, I must say that I really didn't notice too much of a difference between the two. I think the PCB gasket has a bit more flex to it, but again, it's not really that night and day difference. Now I did have a PCB that has no flex cut, so the bottom out while using the gaskets isn't that bouncy or flexy, but it fits the right amount for my preference. I can say that if you really want to go for that bounce, go for the flex cut options. Personally, I like how they went with this mounting points, as you can really try each mounting to your preference. Now their previous ones, the JRIS75 also has a 3 mounting style, but that was for how soft or hard you want your gaskets to be. I also like the fact that all mounting structure is already included on the kit, like you don't need to buy the gaskets as an add-ons. Typing wise, overall, I really enjoyed it. I also like the typing angle, and the non-exploded arrow keys is just right for it. Now moving on to my thoughts on the sound, same as my thoughts on the feel. The top mount is really my favorite. It sounds more fuller and sounds more balanced overall. The plate gasket sounds a bit thinner than the PCB gasket and sounds in between of a top mount and plate gasket. Now, I wouldn't really say again that it has that night and day difference that you can tell on the sound right away, but it's nice that you can fiddle and try to explore different sounds with other switches and different mounting points. I would say that I still like the top mount in terms of the sound, but I would still try to mix and match other switches with different mounting point and see what sound I'll get by doing so. Overall, for the base price of $99, this board is really worth and definitely something to consider, especially if you are a bit new in the hobby or wanting to get a 75% for the extra F-row. The finish on the case is really nice. The compact design and overall look of the board is really decent as well. Not to mention the freedom to really try out all mounting structure and decide which one fits your preference. Now again, the price will go up depending or will vary on the add-ons that you would get. But yeah, again, for the price, it's really insane for the value that you can get out of the board. And I swear, a lot of my friends wish they entered the hobby just now, as there are a lot of budget aluminum boards come in and out, and this is by far what I would say that you need to consider if you are looking for or you want to try out a 75% board, and of course for beginners out there. I can say that the MKC75 has really that entry-level look in which it is or what it is intended to be. And that is it for the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the review on the MKC75. And again, group buy will go live this August 5th. And don't forget to click my affiliate link if you want to purchase the board and if you want to help out the channel. And also, if this video helped you, please don't forget to hit the like button, as it helps out the channel grow. Well, what's next? Well, we finally grind and we'll be reviewing a lot of new switches, including the new Akko Pro switches and maybe a 40% board. So please watch out for that. Again, please don't forget to like the video, share if you want, and of course, subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys on the next review. Peace.